Hello, I'm Bernard Keevy. I want to tackle the issue of should you raise your prices. Now, what you'll often hear is when you suggest raising prices, people will say, well, I can't afford to do that because I'll lose too much business, it's too risky. So I just want to show you what would actually happen in the real world in all probability. So it's all based on what are typical figures. Now, across a whole range of industries, the whole range, typically a gross margin tends to be somewhere between 30 and 35%, and the net operating pre-tax profit margin as a percentage of sales tends to be somewhere in the 10 to 15% range. It varies enormously, and obviously every business and every industry is different, but these are typical figures. If you're a service industry and you don't make or buy anything in to sell, then you wouldn't have a gross margin, you just have a net margin, but these are still typical figures. So here we've got, based on those typical figures, 1,000 customers buying 3 times a year, spending 100 each time. The revenue would be 300,000. Our variable costs, our costs of goods sold, would be 200,000, which gives us a gross margin of roughly a third, which is in line. Our gross profit is 100,000. Our overheads are 60, which gives us an operating bottom line net profit, pre-tax profit of 40,000, which again is in line with the 10 to 15% here, about 12 to 13% I think that is. Now, if we put our prices up 10%, then the big fear is we'll lose business. So let's just say, okay, we do lose customers. We lose 10% by putting our prices up 10%, which would be quite, I would have thought that's a worst case scenario for a lot of people. So we put our prices up and we've now got 10% fewer customers. So we've got 900 buying 3 times a year, but spending 110 each time. So you're quite right, the revenue has actually fallen from 300,000 to 297,000. So there is a drop in revenue. However, we're also buying or making fewer things to sell. So our variable cost, our cost of goods sold, COGS, falls by 10% to 180 instead of 200, which means our gross profit is actually gone up from 100 to 117,000, and our overheads are still the same. So our bottom line operating pre-tax net profit, if you like, has gone from 40,000 to 57,000, which is a 43% increase. So in a bad situation there where we've put our prices up 10% and we've actually lost 10% of our customers, we've still ended up making 43% more profit. And who are these customers we've lost? If we think about the 80-20 rule, the odds are we have lost 10% out of the worst 20% of our customers. The ones who are most price sensitive, the ones who are most fickle, probably least loyal, and probably the ones that give us most hassle in terms of being poor paying and needing chasing, etc. So we're better off in all ways by having done that. But let's look at a more optimistic scenario where actually we don't lose 10% of our customers. In fact, they shrug it off because we haven't put our prices up for ages, which is typically the case. So because we haven't been putting our prices up, we've fallen behind, if you like. So we put the prices up 10% and probably most people won't even think twice about it. So we still have our 1,000 customers buying 3 times a year, spending 110 each time. That now means our revenue is 330,000 instead of 300. Our overheads are still 200, which means our gross profit has gone from 100 to 130%. So our gross profit's gone up by 30%. Our overheads are still 60,000. Our bottom line operating profit has gone from 40,000 to 70,000, which is a 75% increase. So even if we lose 10% of customers, we're significantly better off. And in all likelihood, we won't lose many, which means we'll be a lot better off, 75% better off. And I would suggest that most people out there, most business owners, don't realise how much difference 10% makes on the price for a typical business. I think there's a perception that, if we change our price by 10%, we'll change our profit by about 10%. It's just not the case. This 10% increase here has totally transformed the bottom line. If you think that's interesting, and if you fancy being a business coach or adding business coaching services to what you currently offer if you're an accountant, have a look at a video on coachforprofit.com/Bernard/Bernard. And if you think it's worth talking after that, then there's a link underneath. You can actually book a time for us to talk. So Bernard Keevy showing you why a typical small business owner can put their prices up with great confidence and should put their prices up with great confidence. Hope you liked it, and if you want to like it and share it, that'd be really appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. To find out how to apply these strategies in your business, go to my Sales Accelerator Roadmap. I'll produce a free assessment of your marketing using an algorithm program and produce a 12-page detailed report. We'll recommend in priority order exactly what you should be doing, when you should be doing it, and how to do it. So go to www.bernardkeevymentor.com and sign up for my free Sales Accelerator Roadmap. You'll see this screen. It'll show you the Sales Accelerator Roadmap, which is free today. It'll show you how to fix your marketing, increase your sales and profits. It'll take less than 45 minutes to do, and our software will pinpoint all your opportunity areas and show you exactly what to do to improve your marketing and grow your business. So go to www.bernardkeevymentor.com and click on the green button, and you'll see that it says there it's a free process, so there's no credit card involved, there's no charge. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful, and I'd like to see you at the Sales Accelerator Roadmap. Thank you very much for watching this video.